So you've gotten good at doing the regular front plank. I'm going to show you how you can start to progress that and make it more challenging. This variation here is actually something people do when they set up, and it's an incorrect thing because they're making the plank harder, but they're doing it unintentionally. If you're doing this by design, it's a fantastic progression. If you're doing it because you set up poorly, you're going to struggle doing your planks. So this is called a rocking plank, and what we're going to do is we're going to move from a position of having the elbow under the shoulder to rocking back so your elbow is out in front of your shoulder. Don't set up this way unless you mean to set up this way, because it makes it a lot harder. This one we're going to rock back and forth from more what we're going to call a long lever position back to the regular front plank position. Come back to our modified position to start. So we're going to start here. I'm going to come up here. Now I'm going to rock back on my toes this way, and then I'm going to come forward. So rocking back challenges the abs a little bit more. When the elbows get out in front of the shoulders, this becomes a little bit more challenging. So make sure you're doing it by design. A lot of people, when they set up for their regular planks, their elbows are out in front and they struggle because they're actually moving. It's a progression their body's not ready for, okay? So make sure if you're doing it, do it by design. So this variation is meant to rock back and forth. One key point, when you rock back forward, don't get your shoulders too far forward. What a lot of people do is they rock too far this way. Remember, elbows under the shoulders, and you're going to go back from there and then just come back to that point. It's not a huge range of motion, and that's okay. Sometimes just because you can go further doesn't mean you should go further. All right, we just talked about the rocking plank, moving back to a long lever position and sliding back to the regular front plank position. This one is rocking back and holding that long lever position. This is our long lever plank. So you set up the same way, we're going to rock back and you're going to hold the entire time in that extended or kind of that longer lever position. So again, back to our modified position to start. Then we come up, and then once we rock back, we hang out. And then you hang out for, again, your time, 20, 30, maybe up to 60 seconds. The key with all planks, but especially as we start to progress into some of these longer lever positions, and we're going to look at moving some arms and legs coming up, you should never feel planks in your low back. Okay, that means if you have lost, you're not bracing hard enough through here, so you need to either take a break or you need to kind of move back down to a different version of the exercise. Never, never, never feel planks in your low back. Something is wrong, and it might be that the version you're doing is just too much, whether it's just overall too challenging, or maybe there's just too much fatigue, your body's tired. So come back down to a different version of the plank. You want to feel it mostly in your abs. Arms and shoulders, of course, they're going to get tired too, but if it starts to get mostly into the back, then you need to take a break, come down to your modified position, but you have to do something. Don't just power through that, because it's actually not helping you like you want it to.